Good evening, everybody. Welcome to First Responder Broadcast coverage of Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball live here on the SHN Sports Network. I'm Wally Harmon live here at Liberty Hill High School for tonight's action. As Georgetown on the road to take on the Liberty Hill Panthers here in non-district action, a battle between two powerhouse teams. Georgetown sitting at 17-9 overall, Liberty Hill 21-8 on the season. Liberty Hill and Georgetown have done battle 9 times. This is the 10th time between the two teams. Liberty Hill leads 5-4 in the head-to-head series, yet Georgetown won the last meeting. It was last year, and if you remember well, it was a barn burner back at Georgetown on September the 3rd, and Georgetown won it in 5 sets over the Liberty Hill Panthers. The Lady Eagles coming in off of a win on Saturday against San Antonio Johnson to finish the Volleypalooza 6-2 on the Volleypalooza this year, hosted by Leander ISD, and they had a good outing there. Tough losses against Dawson and Hebron in the 3 days, but a tournament season has come to an end. It's now time for 5-set volleyball the rest of the way. Tonight, it's against Liberty Hill here in Liberty Hill. On Friday, the Lady Eagles will be back home taking on the Westlake Chaparrals at 6:30 p.m. And then next Tuesday, it'll be home against the Conley Cougars to open up district play for Georgetown, and that will run for the next 2 months. Conley on the 9th, at Eastview on the 12th, home against Elgin on the 16th, away at Hendrickson on the 19th, home against Weiss on the 23rd, before right now a bye on Tuesday the 26th, and then the 30th at Pflugerville for the month of September. All the Tuesday games will bring you live here on the SHN Sports Network. The plan is to bring you the 19th at Hendrickson to bring you that match, as football has a bye week that week. But it just depends on work-related things, but we will try to get out there and bring that match to you on the road at the Hendrickson Hawks on the 19th of September. The Liberty Hill Panthers are coached by Marie Bruce. Haley Hudnall is the assistant coach. Liberty Hill ISD now with 2 high schools, Legacy Ranch. And the athletic coordinator there, well known to Georgetown High School, that is Coach Tim Nickey, who runs the athletic department there at Legacy Ranch High School in his 2nd year for Legacy Ranch. And so thoughts and shout out to Coach Tim Nickey and his family. We miss him. One of the greats that have come through. We sure love talking to him anytime we had a chance back when he was with Georgetown. But now a Legacy Ranch Wrangler. And so congrats to Coach Nickey and Legacy Ranch. They got a good one in Coach Nickey. But the stand's filling up here at Liberty Hill High School across the way. You can see the Liberty Hill fans. They are piling in here to watch this matchup with their Liberty Hill Panthers. The student body on the bottom left corner. You can see they're starting to fill up that section. A lot of Georgetown students starting to pile in. A lot of the baseball players have joined in. I saw them coming in here a few minutes ago. And so love to see the Georgetown side of the fans stands filling up as well here to support the Lady Eagles. Georgetown coached by Jenny Richardson, now sitting at 572 career wins. Assistant coach Victoria Ratcliffe, she is the head coach of the JV, and what a job they just did. They just beat Liberty Hill JV in 3 sets here, which is why we are delayed coming on. But it was a wonderful comeback for Georgetown, losing set number 1, 25-23, and then winning sets 2 and 3. Set 3 there at the end, 25-22. And so a great performance for JV, a good win for them to help prepare for Lady Eagles now to come on and take on the Lady Panthers. The last meeting was a fun one. It should be another good one tonight. Both these teams have been through their tournament seasons, battling against top competition. If you look at head-to-head competition between these two teams, both schools have played Round Rock and New Braunfels. In those matchups against those teams, Liberty Hill is 0-3. Georgetown is 0-2. And so battle-tested, playing some high-end competition at Volleypalooza and in the LGE tournament, Leander Georgetown Eastview tournament to start the season as well. And Georgetown down in the Fraulein Fest down in New Braunfels. And so Liberty Hill out of 5A, Region 4, District 25. They're 21-8. Cedar Park, 19-10. Rouse, 16-14. Hayes, 12-13. Leander, 12-15. Glenn, 10-14. Lockhart, 4-16. And Lehman, 1-9. Liberty Hill comes in on a 1-game winning streak. winning their last match of the Volleypalooza this past weekend. Georgetown on a one-game winning streak as well, winning over San Antonio Johnson. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll get ready for the warm-ups to continue and to get ready to figure out if they're going to bring us the national anthem or not. If not, we'll be ready to go with introductions live here on the SHN Network. Lady Eagle Volleyball is presented by some great sponsors: City View Bible Church, CSCT, Construction Specialists of Central Texas. They are your set sponsors. The owners, John and Lynn Krogh and Jeremy and Rachel McDougall, proud sponsors of Georgetown Athletics and the First Responder Broadcast Team. And then your title sponsors, Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball Booster Club and Piedreros Western Wear, 4809 Williams Drive. Go see them. They have the best in Western Wear there at the store, the Piedreros shop on Williams Drive. Men's and women's boots, hats, belt buckles, accessories, work boots, dress boots. It's all there. And go visit them. Check out their social medias, Facebook, Instagram. They have it all as well. Take a quick break. We come back. Lady Eagle Volleyball broadcast continues here on the SHN Network. Stay with us. live here at Liberty Hill High School. Georgetown's gone through their warm-ups. And you can now see in just a second, there you go, the Liberty Hill Panthers going through their warm-ups here before tonight's match. Best of 5 matchup between these two schools as they get ready for their district season to start next week. Georgetown will open up on Tuesday at home, taking on the Conley Cougars at 6:30. We'll be live at 6:15. Bring you the pregame, first serve about 6:30, depending on the JV match, of course. Georgetown tonight, the visitors, they keep their uniforms covered up with the warm-ups. The Liberty Hill Panthers, they're wearing the all-black uniforms, black spandex, black sleeveless jerseys with yellow numbers and lettering on the sleeveless jerseys as they go through their warm-ups. The libero for Liberty Hill, number 11, Summer Snyder. She's a 5'2 sophomore. She will be in the black spandex, purple sleeveless jersey with black arm sleeves, yellow numerals, yellow letters on her purple sleeveless jersey for the libero, Snyder. Other activities on the first responder broadcast schedule. Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, Camp Brightside. Come out and see us. We'll be live there at 6 p.m. for the Eagle Nation Coaches Show. It'll be Coach Chuck Griffin along with a couple of players, and we'll have the offense and defense trivia. Week 1, there is no information available for them to prepare. I'll give one treat, see if anyone's listening tonight. Week 1 trivia for Georgetown High School Coaches Show for football will be Georgetown High School information. Could be history, could be current information, but it'll be Georgetown High School information. See what they know about their own school. Then the winner of Week 1 trivia will be they'll be able to pick the subject matter for trivia for week number 2. And so tomorrow at 6 o'clock, we'll bring you live the Coaches Show there at Camp Brightside. Great sponsors of First Responder Broadcasting and Georgetown High School Sports. And then Friday night, we'll be live at Birkelback Field as the Georgetown Eagles will have their 2025 season home opener against the Belton Tigers on Friday night. 6:15 pregame, 7 o'clock will be the kickoff time for the game against the Belton Tigers. And we'll bring it to you live here on the SHN Sports YouTube channel by First Responder Broadcasting. But tonight, it's all volleyball. Georgetown and Liberty Hill get set to do battle here at Liberty Hill High School. A couple of minutes remaining on the warm-ups. They'll go to serves, and then we'll be ready to get things going. Thanks for joining us live here from Liberty Hill High School. We'll be back with Georgetown Volleyball, brought to you by City View Bible Church, Construction Specialists of Central Texas, Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball Booster Club, and Piedreros Western Wear, 4809 Williams Drive. Stay with us. We'll be right back. back live here. Liberty Hill High School. We will try to go to the crowd mic and bring you tonight's national anthem. Now the PA announcer introducing the roster for Georgetown Eagles, and then will be for the Liberty Hill Panthers. And so tough to hear their speaker system inside the gym inoperable, and so going from a wireless speaker in the corner of the gym, which doesn't allow for much from the PA address. We'll try to go to him to hear the starting or the roster for the Liberty Hill Panthers. Not really able to hear much from the PA announcer there for the Lady Panthers of Liberty Hill. Number 2, Sydney Stark. Number 3, Carissa Tooley. Number 4, Adeline Hennig. Number 5, Aya Tooley. Number 6, Fallon Stroop. Stroop. Number 7, Addison Betson. Number 8, Summer Gower. Number 9, Lauren Bedry. Number 10, Landry Carter. Number 11, Summer Snyder. Number 12, Macy Walters. Number 14, Hannah Griffin. And number 16, Rachel Louie. Georgetown in the road unis tonight. They're wearing the white long sleeve jersey tops with Georgetown blue numerals and letters on the long sleeve white jersey tops, and the Georgetown blue spandex. The libero, number 10, Jordan Pitt-Ketley, in the short sleeve pink jersey with Georgetown blue numerals and lettering on the libero jersey. On the floor for the Panthers to start it out, number 14, Hannah Griffin. Number 12, Macy Walters. Number 7, Addison Betson. Number 2, Sydney Starrett. Number 5, I. Tooley. And number 3 is out there as well, Carissa Tooley. And the libero, number 11, Summer Snyder for Georgetown. Number 15, Taylor Vett on the floor, along with number 18, Madeline Bradley. Number 5, Trisha Carson Walker. Number 20, Macy Gates. Number 6, Amelia Albright. Number 9, Mallory Miller. And the libero now on the floor in place of Taylor Vett on the back row is number 10, Jordan Pitt-Ketley. Liberty Hill will start out the serve here in set number 1 from your left side. It'll be number 2, Sydney Starrett, to open up the serving for the Panthers from the middle of the back row. Serves underway. Pitt-Ketley up to Albright, near side. Mallory Miller will tip it deep down the near line. Play up tight to the net, set and swing by number 12, Macy Walters with the kill. And Liberty Hill opens up the scoring now, 1-0 here in set number 1. And Starrett will be back to serve for the Panthers. Middle of the back row, modified jump serve. Pitt-Ketley up to the net. Albright to Macy Gates. The tip over, played by the Panthers. Set to the far side. The swing, dig by Trisha Carson Walker. Near side, Mallory Miller. The swing and the kill. Off the block, out of play. Point to Georgetown on the side. Out, and a 1-1 score here. Here in set number 1, and that'll send Mallory Miller back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Mallory, the 5'9" junior outside hitter, will set up on the far side and work her way towards the middle of the free throw area. Serve across the way, and it is wide and out. So Georgetown opens up with a service error. First one of the ball game, and a point to Liberty Hill, 2-1. They lead it by 1. Serve by number 12, Macy Walters. Albright will set near side. Madeline Bradley, the freshman, the swing off the block, down for the kill. And the Eagles even it buck up at 2 apiece here early on. Macy Gates now to serve as Pitt-Ketley rotates off. Taylor Vett back onto the front row. Macy Gates, flat-footed serve. Played up, set to the far side, off the block. Gates with a touch, but off the back wall it goes. And a side out back to the Panthers. 3-2. They lead by 1. Swing there by number 14, Hannah Griffin. Get used to that name, the 6-foot sophomore outside hitter. She's the big hitter for the Lady Panthers. Serving now on the near side, Addison Betson, the junior. Mallory Miller, Albright, near side. Bradley, the swing, and the kill. Nice spot. They're going to whistle a net violation there on number 5, Tooley. Side out back to Georgetown. 3-3 your score here in set number 1. Amelia Albright from the far side, jump serve, down the far line, start. Set in the middle, off the block, dug by Albright. Pitt-Ketley sets it up, Bradley, cross-court shot, dug by the libero. Set to the far side, Griffin, the tip over. Albright gets a touch on it, at the net it goes, and down to the floor, unable to get a good touch on it, second ball. And a side out, back to the Panthers, 4-3, they lead by 1. Back to serve goes Hannah Griffin, the sophomore. Serve across the way. Bradley, an overpass, but wide here on the near side. So a serve receive error. That allows Liberty Hill to take the 2-point lead, 5-3. They're in set number 1. Deep serve, Miller, Albright. Back row attack for Miller. The swing and the kill. Miller time. Get her hot, get her swinging again, and a nice shot there by Mallory on the back row attack. Side out back to Georgetown. Madeline Bradley will sub out Kendall McDougal. Back to serve for the Lady Eagles, the 5'7" junior defensive specialist. Middle of the back row, serves it across near side. Griffin. Quick set, left side. Cross-court shot there by Tooley is out. The 5'10" sophomore middle blocker. Point to Georgetown, and we're all even at 5 apiece here in set number 1. McDougal to serve again. From the middle of the back row. Griffin up to the center, far side. The tip blocked at the net by Scout Robinson. The attack by the Panthers into the net. Number 8, Summer Gower. And that'll give Georgetown the lead now, 6-5, their first lead of the set. Kendall McDougal will continue her serve here. Griffin, the libero. Snyder will take it. Flat-footed shot across. Albright. Pitt Ketley will bring it near side. Mallory Miller running shot. Off the block, dug up. It'll quick drop over. Albright read it. Pitt Ketley the second ball. And now a free ball sent over by Albright. The Panthers will set it up. Griffin near side. The swing off the block, dug by McDougal. Albright will back set. Scout Robinson will tip it across. And the Panthers will have a chance here to the far side. The swing, dug by Pitt Ketley. Albright, near side, Mallory Miller. There it is, Miller tie. The big swing off the block, and Georgetown takes the 7-5 lead. Here in set number 1, their largest lead of 2 now. And Kendall McDougal continues her service run. We talk about him, and he appears. It's Coach Tim Nickey in the stands here with Georgetown. Overpass on the serve receive, hit back down, and a scramble for it. The Panthers move it forward, the tip over, but there's McDougal. Tight at the nets, Albright keeps it alive. Miller sends it across. Griffin up to Betson. Back row attack to Griffin, off balance, dug by Pitt Ketley. Albright will set it near side. Miller, the attack. Dig by Griffin. Second ball, pass backwards, a shot across, and it is long and out. An error by Summer Gower, and another point to Georgetown. 8-5, Georgetown leads. And the Eagles stay on the run here with Kendall McDougal serving from the middle of the back row. Cross near side, but it goes wide here on the near side. Second service error for the Eagles. Side out back to the Panthers, 6-8. Panthers trail by 2. Back to serve. Goes Tooley, middle blocker, sophomore. Flat-footed serve deep and on the back line for an ace. 7-8. Liberty Hill trails by 1. Carissa Tooley, the senior. And this is number 5, Aya Tooley. McDougal up to Albright. Quick set, tipped over there by Taylor Vett. And no one home at the 10-foot line for the kill. Side out back to Georgetown, 9-7. Lady Eagles by 2. The libero rotation since Taylor Vett off the floor. Macy Gates back on. And the libero, Jordan Pitt Ketley, will serve for the Lady Eagles here from the near side. Jordan's jump serve, cross court, and an ace off of the hands of Hannah Griffin. Beautiful serve there, 10-7. Georgetown leads it by 3, matching their largest lead of the set. Pitt Ketley to serve again for the Lady Eagles. Back towards Griffin. Betson to get it. Near side, the attack, cross court, dug by Albright. Pitt Ketley, near side to Miller. She preps, cross court shot, and that's going to be overruled by the up ref. The line judge backed up about 5 feet off the line, did not let it hit her. And the up ref overruled it, give the kill to Miller, and it's a 4-point lead for Georgetown, 11-7. Ball went all the way into the corner, but immediately the down ref looked up at the up ref, and he immediately patted his chest and pointed towards Georgetown. A nice shot there to the far corner by Mallory Miller. Pitt Ketley to serve again for the Lady Eagles. Jordan, the 5'8" sophomore libero, sends it across. Hannah Griffin. The libero Snyder will send it forward on the far side. Free ball sent over. Pitt Ketley near side to Mallory Miller. A little roll shot dug by Snyder. Betson will set it up in the middle, and it's off the block, out of play. Give the kill to Macy Walters. Side out back to the Panthers, 8-11. They trail by 3. Back to serve goes Carissa Tooley, the 5'3" senior defensive specialist for the Panthers. Trailing by 3, 8-11. from the near side. But now the down ref talking with the scorer's table, trying to figure something out. So a delay here in the service whistle. And now he's ready to go. And now Carissa Tooley, flat-footed serve, sends it deep. McDougal up to Albright, set near side. Mallory Miller down the near line, and the kill. Miller tie. She's on fire, feeder. The Eagles running with her, 12-8. They lead by 4. Trisha Carson-Walker, the 5'7" defensive specialist, outside hitter, a senior. Subs on for Scout Robinson and goes back to serve for the Lady Eagles from the far side. Carson-Walker jump serve near side. Betson will set it towards the net, and a tip there as it was over her head, and a good effort by Macy Walters to get a hand on it and send it across, 9-12. Panthers trail by 3 here in set 1, and back to serve goes Sydney Starr, the 5'2" senior defensive specialist for Liberty Hill. Middle of the back row. McDougal up to Albright. Set. Macy Gates. Her shot goes wide on the far side. Point to the Panthers, 10-12. They trail by 2. Start again. Sends it. McDougal. Albright low to get the set to Miller. Cross court. Another hitting error there for the Lady Eagles. And a point to Liberty Hill. They've gone on a run here to cut it to 1. A 1-point deficit. Start will serve again for the Panthers. 11-12. Start, middle of the back row. And a rotation error here for the Lady Eagles. As the down ref, we'll talk to head coach Jenny Richardson. And now Coach Richardson saying they're in set. So no point to the Liberty Hill Panthers. The Lady Eagles were right. So to reserve here, it's 11-12. Panthers trail by 1. Start to serve again. McDougal. Trisha Carson-Walker has a touch on it, but off the wall. That serve was nice and deep. Might have been out. You play it there. Now it's 12-12. So the Panthers will come back down by 4 to tie it up here in set number 1, 12-12. Serve across. Mallory Miller. Albright will run it down. Back the near side to Mallory. The attack into the block and down for the kill. Point to Georgetown on the side out. 13-12. Georgetown takes the lead back. McDougal will sub out. Madeline Bradley, the freshman, back on for the Lady Eagles. 6-foot freshman outside hitter. Back to serve goes Mallory Miller for the Lady Eagles. Jump serve across near side. Betson will set far side. The tip over by Griffin. Carson-Walker there. Albright sends it over here to the near side. Pitt Ketley sends the free ball over. The Panthers overpass, but the Eagles not ready there. And it's off the Eagles down for the point. Side out back to the Panthers. Macy Gates was just off the net about a ball width, and it went off her hands down to the floor on the overpass, and a point to the Panthers. 13-13, Walters serve. Miller, Pitt Ketley will bring it near side to Bradley. The attack off the block, kept alive. The Panthers swing into the block. Pitt Ketley the dig. Albright, back set, and a beauty by Amelia Albright. The junior committed to Florida, and she set so well. What a play there to catch the Panther defense off guard. 14-13. Libero rotation here. Taylor Vett back to the front row as Pitt Ketley comes off. Macy Gates, flat-footed serve in the middle of the back row. Serve received, tied at the net. Carson-Walker digs it up. Bradley, cross-court shot. Snyder has it. Betson set far side. Griffin into the block. Panthers have to scramble for it and unable to get it over the net. Good effort there by the libero, Summer Snyder, but unable to get it over the net. And a point to Georgetown. 15-13. Georgetown back up by 2. As Macy Gates will continue her service run here for Georgetown. Flat-footed serve, middle of the back row. Griffin up tight to Betson. Quick set into the block. Punch back over. Mallory Miller. Albright, quick set. Vett into the block and down for the kill. Taylor Vett gets her first kill. The 5'9" junior outside middle blocker. Georgetown leads by 3, 16-13. Macy Gates to serve again. Nice serve across. Set to the far side, Griffin, and there's the big swing. Down the far sideline. Called in, side out, back to the Panthers, 14-16. And back to serve goes Addison Betson, the 5'9 junior setter for the Panthers. Near side jump serve. Carson Walker, Albright. Near side, Bradley. Kill on the back line. What a shot by the freshman Madeline Bradley. Point to Georgetown, 17-14. They lead by 3. Scout Robinson subs back in for Tricia Carson Walker on the front row. And back to serve goes Amelia Albright for the Lady Eagles. From the far side, jump serve. Nice screamer. Set to the near side, off the block, and it goes out over the head of Mallory Miller. She tried to jump up and get a tip on it. But a kill for Griffin, 15-17, side out back to the Panthers. So Hannah Griffin will go back to serve for the Panthers now, trailing by 2, 15-17. Remember, all sets of Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball are brought to you by CSCT, Construction Specialist, Central Texas. The serve across, Mallory Miller up to the net, Albright to Taylor Vett, into the block. The Panthers keep it alive. The swing into the block and down. Taylor Vett said, "You block mine, you keep it alive. I block yours, I get the point." 18-15 Georgetown. What a play there by Taylor Vett. Kendall McDougall substitute in for Madeline Bradley. And McDougall back to serve for the Lady Eagles, leading by 3 from the middle of the back row. Sends it across, Griffin up to Betson, far side. Flat-footed attack sent over. Pitt Kethley up to Albright to Taylor Vett. Tipped over into the block, kept alive. Near side, Mallory Miller. The swing off the block, dug by Summer. Back row attack for Griffin. And a dig by Albright. Nice play there. And then Pitt Kethley will send it over, and it's right on the line. What a play. It was a miscommunication, but Pitt Kethley got enough on it, and it was on the near sideline. Point Georgetown. They tie their largest lead, 19-15. And Coach Marie Bruce wants a timeout. We'll take it with them. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in a moment here on the SHN Sports Network. Out of the timeout by Liberty Hill head coach Marie Bruce. First of the set for either team. Georgetown matches their largest lead, 19-15. McDougall to serve again. Griffin up to Betson. Back set here, the attack, a tip over, and a good read by Fallon Stroop. Side out. And back over to the Panthers, 16-19. They trail by 3. Flat-footed serve across the way. Pitt Kethley up to Albright. Set near side. Mallory Miller tips it off the block. Played up by Betson. It'll set to the back row to Griffin. Her attack off the block, dug by Albright. Pitt Kethley near side. Mallory Miller prepares. Cross-court shot. Scramble here. Walter sends it far side. Into the block goes the shot by number 8, Summer Gower. And down on the Liberty Hill side. Side out back to Georgetown. 20-16. The Lady Eagles by 4. Taylor Vett will rotate off. Macy Gates back on the front row in the libero. Jordan Pitt Kethley to serve again for the Lady Eagles. Jump serve across far side. Griffin up to Betson. Jump set to Walters. And the kill for Macy Walters, the 6'1 freshman middle blocker. Right into the block and down on the Georgetown side of the net for the point. Side out back to the Liberty Hill. 17-20. They trail by 3. Carissa Tooley back to serve. Sends it across. McDougall. Mallory Miller will keep it alive, and McDougall will send a free ball over to the Panthers. Betson will set it up. The freshman sends it again, but off the block, McDougall. Albright, quick set. Macy Gates will tip it over. Scramble here on an overpass, and a battle at the net, and it's off the Lady Eagles. The Panthers win the net battle there, and it's 18-20, and that'll draw a timeout from head coach Jenny Richardson. here in set number 1, 18-20. Liberty Hill trails by 2 to your Georgetown Lady Eagles. Quick timeout. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in just a moment here on the SHN Sports Network. Piece left here in set number 1. Thule serve across. Mallory Miller, Scout Robinson back to Miller near side. Down the near sideline. Scramble for it here, and Thule will send a free ball over. McDougal has it. Albright near side. Miller, the attack off the block. Griffin, but a net violation whistled on the Panthers, number 12, Macy Walters. And that'll give a side out back to Georgetown. 21-18, Georgetown by 3. Trisha Carson-Walker back in to serve. Subs in for Scout Robinson on the back row. The Lady Eagles lead by 3 here in set number 1. Jump serve across, near side, Thule. Betson, back row Griffin, and that's a hitting error there. Unforced on the big swinging Hannah Griffin. And the point to Georgetown. They lead again by 4, matching their largest lead here in set 1. This best of 5 matchup here at Liberty Hill High School. Trisha Carson-Walker from the far side, jump serve, drops it in. Set it up for Walters. And the freshman has the kind of the coming in from the outside to the middle on a running jump play. And they called a net violation on Hannah Walters. Correction, on Macy Walters. Coach Marie Bruce not happy. She's going to take her second timeout. Georgetown has their largest lead, 23-18. We'll take the timeout with them. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in a moment. Stay with us. Liberty Hill takes their final timeout of the set. And now Trisha Carson-Walker serves again for Georgetown. Set it up. Walters, the attack. McDougal with the dig, but it goes off her hand, spinning towards the back wall. And a kill. Side out, back to the Panthers. 19-23. They trail by 4. And in to serve comes number 2, Sydney Starrett. 19-23, Liberty Hill trails by 4. Albright will set near side. Mallory Miller into the block and down. The freshman not paying attention there. Cost the Panthers as that one went off of her and then crawled right down the net. Side out back to Georgetown. And now Mallory Miller will serve for set number 1 for your Georgetown Lady Eagles. 24-19. Tight pass to the net. Betson dumps it over on the second touch. Nice read there by the setter, Addison Betson. 20-24. They trail by 4. And now the freshman, Macy Walters, will serve it out. The next side out gives Georgetown the set win. From the near side, flat-footed serve. Miller, Albright, battle at the net, keeps it alive. Miller, and into the net it goes. Off of Carson-Walker, not Miller. Point to the Panthers, 21-14. They trail by 3. And now the Hannah Walters to serve again, but Coach Jenny Richardson will take the quick timeout. Her second timeout, we'll take it with them. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in a moment. Stay with us. out of the timeout. Both timeouts burnt for both coaches. It's 21-24. Georgetown leads. Walters flat-footed serve. Carson Walker up to Albright. Dumps the second one down. Didn't get the last one. She got this one. Liberty Hill out of position, and Georgetown wins set one, 25-21. Georgetown takes the 1-set lead. We'll take a timeout. We come back to set two. We go live from Liberty Hill High School. Stay with us. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in just a moment. Looking for a Bible-based church, somewhere to fit in for every aspect of life? Give it a look. City View Bible Church in Round Rock, Texas has something for every aspect of life. Recovery ministries, marriage ministries, divorce care, anything you could be going through, there's something there for you. Great kids and student ministries, anything for every part of life, for everyone in the family. Every Sunday, 8 o'clock, 9:45, 11:30, your choice to come early or come in late and sleep in. Check them out, cityviewbible.org, cityviewbible.org. And don't forget, Piedreros Western Wear, 4809 Williams Drive. Open Tuesday through Sundays, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And the best of everything in Western wear, men's and women's, boots, accessories, hats, anything you can think of, they have it there at Piedreros. Lady Eagle Volleyball Booster Club, proud sponsors that bring you Georgetown Eagle Volleyball live here on the SHN Network by First Responder Broadcasting. And then you can't forget the CSCT. They are the proud set sponsors of every set of Georgetown Eagle Volleyball this season. We go to set number two. And Georgetown leads it 1-0. Carson Walker serves again. Near side Griffin, dug by Carson Walker. Pitt Kethley will send it far side. Mallory Miller into the block. Pitt Kethley, Albright, back set, and it's a scramble at the libero. Summer Snyder unable to get over there in time, and it's down for the point. Georgetown opens up the scoring, 1-0 here in set number two. Gotta make sure the timeouts are back. We got two apiece. And Trisha Carson Walker will open up the serving again. The Georgetown Eagles leading by one. Free ball sent over by Griffin. Carson Walker up to Albright. Tips it over, but it's off the block. There was a tip. And both line judges. And they'll get it off of it. Both line judges had it. Both Liberty Hill and Georgetown line judges had it as it went off of the Liberty Hill player out of bounds here on the near side. And it's 2-0 Georgetown. Carson Walker to serve again. Thule, Betson, near side Griffin, the big swing off the block. Carson Walker, Albright, far side to Miller. The swing into the block and down. Nice block in the net there by Liberty Hill. Side out to the Panthers. 1-2, they trail by 1. And back to serve goes Macy Walters, the freshman, after the big block. Flat-footed serve. Trisha Walker, Albright will set, far side. Miller, little roll shot played over. Betson will bring it to Griffin, near side, and the big kill by Hannah Griffin, the 6-foot sophomore. And it's a 2-2 ball game here in set number 2. Macy Walters will serve again for the Panthers. Tied up 2-2 here in set 2. Pitt Kethley up to Albright. Set to the far side. Miller off the block and off of Carissa Thule for the kill. Side out back to Georgetown. 3-2. Georgetown leads it as Mallory Miller will drop back to serve now for the Lady Eagles. Mallory, the 5'9" junior outside hitter, only 1 of 2 returning letterman here on the varsity this year. Doing a great job for the Lady Eagles. Jump serve. Played up. Betson, quick set. Griffin. And the kill off of Mallory Miller in the back wall. Side out back to the Panthers. 3-3 to score here in set number 2. Back to serve goes Addison Betson, the junior setter for the Panthers from the far side. Betson serve. Carson Walker tight at the net, and a great play by Amelia Albright. I don't know if it's an inadvertent whistle or... They're going to call something. They don't ever clarify it. Coach Richardson not happy with it. But a 4-3 lead for the Panthers now. Off of either a net violation, something called on Albright. Bradley sends over the free ball. Panthers will set it up. They'll set it to... But no kill there. It's a net violation by Madeline Bradley. And the Panthers take the 5-3 lead. And Coach Richardson takes an early timeout. 5-3, Liberty Hill leads it here in set number 2. We'll take the timeout with them. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in just a moment. Out of the timeout called by head coach Jenny Richardson. Betson will continue to serve for the Panthers, leading by 2. Deep serve. Carson Walker. Miller has the second ball, sends it forward. Madeline Bradley. Roll shot down the far sideline. Betson will set it near side to Griffin. Off balance. Unable to get a good touch on it. Hits it into the net. Side out back to Georgetown. 4-5. Georgetown trails by 1. Here in set number 2 at 25. 21, first set win. Served by Macy Gates. Griffin, Betson, back to Griffin. The attack and the kill just inside the end line. 6-4. Panthers lead by 2 on the side out. Taylor Vett back on in the front row. Macy Gates will rotate off. On the back row, and the libero Jordan Pitt-Kethley back on. Hannah Griffin back to serve for the Panthers. Miller up to Albright, tips it over. Played by the Panthers. Tip over. Carson Walker. And a double whistle there on the Panthers. Side out back to Georgetown. 5-6. Georgetown trails by 1. Amelia Albright back to serve. Scout Robinson subs back on for Tricia Carson-Walker on the front row for the Lady Eagles. Jump serve by Albright. Griffin up to Betson. Back row attack for Griffin. Albright the dig. Pitt Ketley will have the second touch. Near side. Robinson, her shot is long and out. Side out back to the Panthers. 7-5, they lead by 2 here in set number 2. Back to serve goes number 5, Tooley. Albright will set near side. Madeline Bradley, the attack. Dug by Tooley. Betson will set right side. Tip over. Pitt Ketley the dig. Albright will set it up. Scout Robinson the attack. And the kill off the block. Nice swing there by Scout Robinson. Side out back to Georgetown. 6-7, Georgetown trails by 1. Madeline Bradley will sub off. Rachel McDougal. Kendall McDougal will sub back in. The 5'7" junior defensive specialist. Flat-footed serve, middle of the back row. Second ball sent back to the playing surface. Betson sends a free ball over. Set right in the middle. Mallory Miller blocked at the net. Nice block by the Panthers. Number 6 on the block, Fallon Stroop. Side out back to the Panthers. 8-6, they lead by 2. And back to serve goes number 3, Carissa Tooley. Served by Tooley across. Pitt Ketley. Albright, far side. Miller. Tip off the block and down for the kill. Off of Betson. Nice read by Miller. Sent it off the hands of Betson out of play. Side out back to Georgetown. 7-8, back and forth we go. Here in set number 2, and Jordan Pitt Ketley to serve. Taylor Vett comes off on the back row. Macy Gates back on the front row on the libero rotation. Betson will set near side. The tip right there, and it's wide here on the near side. An unforced error there on Summer Gower, and we're tied up at 8 apiece. As Jordan Pitt Ketley will go serve again for the Lady Eagles. 8-8 the score here in set number 2. Jump serve, a good one. Set at the net, off the block, kept alive, and a free ball sent over by Pitt Ketley. Great reactions there, and a quick set, but into the net it goes for Macy Walters, the freshman. And Georgetown takes the lead, 9-8. Pitt Ketley to serve again down the far sideline. Tooley. Betson will send it in, and Hannah Griffin, a free ball sent over on the back row attack. Albright will set it up. Mallory Miller, the attack. Overpass on the dig. Sent back over. And a scramble there. And a recovery by Summer Gower for Liberty Hill. Gets the point on the side out. 9-9 your score. Sydney Starrett back in for the Panthers. Back to serve. All square here in set number 2. 9-9. Start from the middle of the free throw lane. On the back line, ready to go. Walk up, kind of modified jump serve. And a super deep one. And they'll call it an ace off the hands of McDougal. And now a substitution here as McKenna Stengel will sub in for the first time in the set and the match. McKenna, the 5'8" senior outside hitter, comes in for Kendall McDougal. And Sydney Stark to serve again. Deep serve. Stengel. Albright, far side. Miller, roll shot. Dug by Tooley. Hannah Griffin, the attack. Dug by Stengel. Albright, Miller, the swing off the block. Scramble here. And a free ball. Nope, can't get it over. Stark tries to get a slug on it, but it goes towards the scorer's table. Side out. Georgetown leads it, or has tied it up. 10-10 now. On the side out. Back to serve goes Tricia Carson-Walker, who subs in for Scout Robinson. From the near side, jump serve. Tooley up to Betson, near side Griffin. Blocked at the net. Amelia Albright gets the block. Point Georgetown. You hear the students from Georgetown making some noise after the big block by Amelia Albright. Albright, the 5'11" junior, setter right side. Carson-Walker serve across. Betson dumps the second ball. Carson-Walker got a hand on it, but unable to get it in the air. Side out back. Over to the Panthers. Both of these setters doing a great job of timing up a second touch over Catch the defense off balance. Walters, the freshman, to serve again. Carson Walker. Albright returns the favor and dunks it off a diving Walters out of play. Side out back to Georgetown. 12-11. The Eagles lead by 1. Substitution here. McKenna Stengel subs out for Madeline Bradley on the front row. And back to serve goes Mallory Miller for the Lady Eagles. No team larger than a 2-point lead here in the second set. Georgetown by 1, 12-11. Jump serve by Miller. Griffin off of her. Coach Bruce tried to get the dig in there, but an ace there. And Georgetown matches its largest lead of 2, 13-11. Miller's jump serve. Tooley up to Benson. Set, tipped over. Kept alive, punched over by Albright. The Panthers will set it up. Hannah Griffin near side. Blocked. And a block there by number 13. Amory Anderson had come in. I didn't catch when she came in. She gets the block on Hannah Griffin. And Georgetown takes the lead to 3, 14-11. Quick timeout by head coach Marie Bruce of Liberty Hill. We'll take it with them. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in a moment. Back out of the timeout, the serve by Mallory Miller. Griffin has the second ball, sends it over. The attack, roll shot, dug by Pitt Ketley. Albright will set it up to Bradley. The block, or the kill, into the block of the Panthers. Eagles lead by 4. 15-11. One timeout apiece remaining here in set number 2 for both coaches. Miller to continue her serve for the Lady Eagles. Screamer over the net, overpass. Albright hammers it. Down for the kill off of Betson. And the lead continues to grow, 16-11. Eagles by 5. Miller to serve. Near side, Griffin. Betson. Back to Griffin, off the block. Pitt Ketley the dig. Albright set it to Miller, back row attack. Betson has a touch. Scramble here and a free ball sent over. Could have been a double, no call. Albright will set it up. Bradley into the block down for the kill. Madeline Bradley, lead grows to 6. 17-11, Georgetown leads it here in set 2. Mallory Miller will continue to serve for the Lady Eagles. Griffin a touch. Betson sets it. Punch over. Miller. Albright. Or Emery Anderson. The kill on the back line. What a swing by Emery Anderson. 18-11. Georgetown just continues to grow their largest lead on a run after that timeout by Coach Marie Bruce. Miller to serve again. Knuckleball just out. First service error of the set. Third of the match. Side out back to the Panthers. 12-18. They trail by 6. Back to serve goes Addison Betson, the setter. From the far side for the Panthers. Jump serve across. Miller, Albright, far side. Bradley into the block. Pitt Ketley the dig. Panthers ready to go. Set it up near side to Griffin. Her swing cross court, dug by Miller. Tied at the net. Battle there. Anderson gets a touch on it. But Bradley unable to get a second touch on it. Point to the Panthers, 13-18. They trail by 5. Betson to score or to serve again for the Panthers. They trail by 5, 13-18 here in set number 2. Miller, Albright, far side. Bradley tips it over. Betson the dig. Sent far side, the swing, and dug by Miller. Albright dumps the second ball over. Scramble here. Sent deep. Ketley. Miller. Free ball sent over by Albright. They're going to set it up to Griffin. The big swing off the block. Ketley. Albright. Back row attack. Miller. The big swing. Nice dig by the libero Snyder. Tip over. Carson Walker a touch. Albright, a great effort. What a scramble there. The tip over. Albright the touch. Ketley. Near side, Albright, the swing off the block, dug by Starrett. Griffin, the running shot off the block, Carson Walker. Albright, back set. Snyder, the one-arm dig, set back, Miller ready. Albright, far side, Madeline Bradley, but it's into the antenna, out of bounds. Back and forth, that one went. What a point. 14-18, Liberty Hill trails by 4. That was an amazing back and forth, great efforts on both sides. And the Panthers serve down 4. Miller, Madeline Bradley, free ball by Albright. The Panthers have a free go here. Set it up, and a whiff by Tooley. Tooley, number 5. Side out back to Georgetown to break that momentum. Georgetown by 5, 19-14. Taylor Vett rotates back on. Ambry Anderson back to serve for the Lady Eagles as Jordan Ketley rotates off in the libero rotation. Some antenna adjustment on the far side, and we're ready to go. Ambry Anderson, middle of the back row, jump serve. Start up to Betson. Back set to Griffin off the 10-foot line. Carson Walker. Albright will set far side to Bradley. Roll shot off the block, dug by Starrett. Betson quick in the middle, thrown over. Read by Carson Walker, far side to Bradley. Into the block and out. Big swing, but it was out of bounds off the block. Point Georgetown. 20-14, Georgetown by 6. Ambry Anderson to serve again. Ambry, the 5'10 junior middle blocker. Serve up. Betson will set it. Into the block. Scramble here. Second touch over, and good job there. Oh, they didn't call it into the block. It was into the net. Point to Georgetown. 21-14. They match their largest lead, and Coach Bruce wants her second time out. We'll take it with them. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in a moment. Stay with us. Liberty Hill out of timeouts here in the second set. 21-14. Georgetown matches their largest lead of 7. Ambry Anderson to serve again for the Lady Eagles. Deep serve, Starrett. Scramble here. Snyder near side to Griffin. Roll shot and a pretty one on the far sideline. Nice cross-court shot there by Hannah Griffin. Side out back to the Panthers. 15-21. They trail by 6. Griffin will rotate back to serve for the Panthers. Anderson will come off the libero. Jordan Ketley back on for the Lady Eagles. Jump serve from Griffin. Carson Walker. Albright set far side. Bradley the attack off the block. Scramble there. Taylor Vett ready to go. Hammers it down. Side out back to Georgetown. 22-15. Substitution here brings Scout Robinson back onto the front row for Trisha Carson Walker. And back to serve goes Amelia Albright. The Lady Eagles lead it 22-15. Chomping for the Florida Gator. Free ball sent over. Scout Robinson, Albright, far side. Bradley into the block and down for the kill. 23-15. Georgetown by 8. Albright to serve again. Near side jump serve. Cross court. Griffin up to Betson. Back set. The attack off the block. Miller Albright sets it in the middle. Taylor Vett right into the block. Down for the Panthers. 16-23. They trail by 7. Back to serve goes number 5, Ituli, the sophomore, trailing by 7, 16-23. Flat-footed serve, Ketley, Albright, back set, Bradley into the middle, dug there. Bets in a quick set, and Walters sends it far and out on the far side. Set point, Georgetown, 24-16. And here comes McKenna Stengel on for Madeline Bradley. And Stengel will serve for the second set and a 2-set lead for your Lady Eagles. Stengel serve, near sideline. Griffin, scramble here. Set to the far side, free ball sent over. Ketley, Albright, back set, Scout, the attack, then kill! Scout Robinson kills it, and Georgetown wins it, 25-16. Georgetown leads 2-0. 25-21, 25-16 here at Liberty Hill. We'll take a timeout. We come back. The Eagles go for a 3-set sweep over the Panthers. Stay with us. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in a moment. City View Bible Church, proud sponsor of Georgetown Eagle Volleyball. It's a great place for everybody in every part of life, from recovery ministries to marriage ministries, kids and student ministries, all available and wonderful Bible-based teaching. Every Sunday, 8 o'clock, 9:45, 11:30. Come join us, cityviewbible.org to learn more. cityviewbible.org. But don't forget about CSCT, Construction Specialist Central Texas, proud sponsors of every set of Georgetown Eagle Volleyball this year. And then Piedreros Western Wear, proud owners and proud sponsors of Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball and Georgetown Athletics. Georgetown Lady Eagles lead it 2-0 over the Lady Panthers as we go to set number 3. Lady Panthers will serve to start it off. Carson Walker up to Albright, near side. Mallory Miller, the attack. And the kill. Mallory Miller starts it off with the kill. 1-0 for Georgetown. Here in set number 3. Sorry, I don't know why set number 4 has a score. I must have bumped something. There we go. 1-0. On the side out, Mallory Miller will drop back to serve for the Lady Eagles. On the floor, Amory Anderson. Madeline Bradley. Amelia Albright. Overpass, Madeline Bradley. Anderson sends a free ball over. That point was so weird. It's hard to describe it. Barely getting a touch on it, but Georgetown gets the point, leads by 2-0. Mallory Miller serve across the way. Snyder. Hannah Griffin attack, dug by Pitketley. Albright near side. Madeline Bradley dug by Snyder. Macy Walter will set it to Griffin. She'll tip it deep, and Miller had a touch on it, but it went awry for the side out to Liberty Hill. 2-1. Liberty Hill trails by 1. 1-2 as Macy Walter, the freshman, back to serve for the Panthers. Flat-footed serve by the freshman. Trisha Carson Walker. Albright collided with Amory Anderson. A little on-court mistake there. Evens it up at 2 apiece. Here in set number 3. Walters the flat-footed serve. Miller up to Albright. Quick set to Anderson. Blocked at the net. Kept alive. Miller near side. Madeline Bradley into the block and down for the kill. Side out back to Georgetown. 3-2. Lady Eagles lead by 1. Libero rotation for the Eagles sends Pitketley to the bench. Amory Anderson back to serve, and Taylor Vett back on the front row. Anderson will serve from the middle of the back row. The toss up and jump serve across. Betson will set. Hannah Griffin. Roll shot. Carson Walker into the net it goes. And a tie score. 3-3 on the side out. Carissa Tooley subs out. Fallon Stroop back on the front row and back to serve. Goes Betson, the setter. Jump serve across. Miller. Bradley sends it forward at the net. Overpass. Good effort there by Taylor Vett, but Mallory Miller unable to get a second touch on it. And a point to Liberty Hill. They lead it by 1, 4-3. After a 2-set deficit, all but about 10 of their student body have vacated the premises. As Betson serves again with a 1-point lead. Carson Walker, Albright, sets it up. Mallory Miller, roll shot over deep, and Betson in front of Starrett sends it backwards. Side out back to Georgetown. 4-4 your score. Georgetown tied up here, leads it 2-0. Scout Robinson subs in for Trisha Carson Walker on the front row. Back to serve goes Albright. The jump serve, cross court. Snyder, Betson, quick set. The attack off the block, Miller. Albright near side, Bradley. Dug by Vett. Set it again, Bradley, roll shot deeper. And miscommunication between Starrett and Snyder. And a kill for Bradley and a 1-point lead for Georgetown, 5-4. Construction Specialist Central Texas bring you every set of Georgetown Eagle Volleyball. And we're here in set number 3 at Liberty Hill. Snyder, Betson, set far side Griffin, off the block, dug by Albright. Pitketley, near side to Bradley. Cross-court shot and a beauty, dug there. Kept alive. The attack down the line is out by Fallon Stroop, the senior. And Georgetown has their largest lead of 2 points here in the third set. John and Lynn Krogh, Jeremy and Rachel McDougall, proud owners of CSCT, Construction Specialist Central Texas, that love Eagle Volleyball and love Georgetown Eagle sports. Dig by Pitketley on a nice attack. Bradley's roll shot off the block, kept alive by Griffin. Set Griffin over her teammate, off the net, and off of Amelia Albright to the back. For the side out, 5-6, Liberty Hill trails by 1. Coming in for start for the first time in the match is number 4, Adeline Hennig, the 5'8 senior outside hitter. And Griffin back to serve. Miller, Albright, near side Robinson, the swing off the block, and a kill Scout Robinson got a good swing there. Side out back to the Lady Eagles, 7-5. McKenna Stengel will sub in for Madeline Bradley. Stengel will drop back to serve for Georgetown. Nice and deep. Griffin, Betson, quick set, dug by McKenna Stengel. Near side, Mallory Miller into the block. And the block for the Panthers, side out, 6-7, they trail by 1. Back to serve goes Tooley. Flat-footed serve, cross court. Miller, Albright, Miller into the block. Scramble here by the Panthers. Dug by Albright, tied at the net. And a 7-7 score now as Griffin scrambled for that one and got a good shot from a back row attack. And the Panthers have tied it up at 7 apiece here in the third set. Georgetown took set 1, 25-21. Set 2, 25-16. Flat-footed serve, Miller. Albright, back to Miller near side. The shot deep to hit Griffin. Betson far side. The dig by Albright. Pitcatley near side. Miller, her shot. A nice dig by the Panthers. Tip it deep. Stengel gets it. Albright sends it near side. Miller into the block. Kept alive by Vett. Albright back to Miller. The attack, and it's in. Down the near line. Miller tie! Nice swing by Mallory Miller there. Kept feeding her. The shots are on point. That one found the spot down the near sideline in the back corner. Georgetown leads by 1, 8-7. Libero rotation sends Taylor Vett to the bench. Amory Anderson to the front row, and Jordan Pitcatley to serve for the Lady Eagles. Deep serve, Snyder, Betson sets it up. The attack into the block, kept alive. The Panthers set it up. Far side, ball to Griffin, back row, roll shot, Pitcatley dig. Albright sets it up. Anderson, the kill. Amory Anderson gets the swing and the kill. 9-7, Georgetown by 2. Jordan Pitcatley, the libero, the 5'8 sophomore, serves again for the Lady Eagles. Nice and deep, Snyder, Betson to Walters, dug by Stengel, tied at the net. Inside out, back to the Panthers, 8-9. They trail by 1. Back to serve goes Carissa Tooley for the Panthers from the near side, flat-footed. Pitcatley, Albright, Miller near side, sends it deep. Betson will set it up far side. Hennig shot and down on the back line for the kill. 9-9 your score here in set 3. Served by Tooley, deep. Pitcatley, Miller, and a free ball sent over by Stengel. Quick set at the net. Walters off the block. Dug up by Albright. Near side to Miller. Her shot, cross court. Off of Hennig. Tooley will set it back to Hennig. Her shot, dug by Albright. Pitcatley, near side. Miller, the rolling shot, dug by Tooley. Betson dops it over, but Albright was ready. Miller, swing, dug by Snyder. Betson will set it to Griffin. Punch shot over. Albright. Pitcatley, far side. Scout Robinson. The kill! Scout! A big swing on the far side. And a point to Georgetown. 10-9 on the side out. Trisha Carson Walker subs back in for Scout Robinson. And Carson Walker will drop back to serve for the Lady Eagles, leading by 1. Betson will set it far side. Hennig off the block. Dug by Stengel. Albright near side. Miller, roll shot, but not enough on it. Right into the net. Side out back to the Panthers. 10-10. Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, Camp Brightside. Come join us. The Eagle Nation Coaches Show. Coach Chuck Griffin. Some trivia. A couple of players of the week. Start to serve for the Panthers. Pitcatley. Albright near side to Miller. The big swing off the block. Punched over. Miller's going to bring it in, and Albright will take the attack. Betson will set it far side. Griffin, cross court, dug by Pitcatley. Albright dumps the second ball, and it's going to go a scramble for it. Amory Anderson will send it down. Jump balls at the net, and Amory Anderson hammers it down for the point. Side out back to Georgetown. 11-10, Eagles lead by 1. Stengel out. Bradley back on in the front row. Back to serve goes Mallory Miller. She'll start far side of the free throw lane and then move usually in towards the free throw lane by contact. Sends it across the floater deep. Betson sets it up. Walters. And an off-speed, weird hit by Walters. Hard to celebrate that one. 11-11 on the side out. Walters back to serve. Walters flat-footed serve deep. Carson Walker up to Albright near side. Bradley into the block. Pitt Ketley the dig. Albright dumps the second ball. And a block of the net by Tooley. Knocked it away from Carissa Tooley. And so a good touch there. Side out back to Georgetown. 12-11. Amory Anderson now to serve for the Lady Eagles from the middle of the back row. Jump serve across the way, far line. Griffin, Betson, quick set, and a tip over. Blocked at the net by Albright. Good play at the net by Albright. It was off balance there by the Panthers. And Georgetown takes the lead back to 2, 13-11. Amory Anderson to serve again for the Lady Eagles. Middle of the back row. The toss up and the serve. Drops it behind the 10-foot line. Betson, quick setup at the net. Another block there. Taylor Vett ready to go. The timing off between Betson and Griffin. And it's a point to Georgetown. Their largest lead of 3 and a quick timeout from head coach Bruce of Liberty Hill. We'll take it with them. Lady Eagle Volleyball will continue in a moment. Back live, Liberty Hill High School. We're in set number 3. Georgetown leads it 14-11. They also lead it 2-0. Amory Anderson will continue her serve here for the Lady Eagles after the first time out called by head coach Maria Bruce of Liberty Hill. This serve goes long, side out back to the Panthers, 12-14. First set service error, set 3. Only 4 service errors on the night, none so far for the Lady Panthers. Served by Betson. Miller. Albright dunks it down. Betson ready. Snyder far side to Griffin. Off the block and down. Bradley had backed up, ready for a shot. It came off on a deadened block. Point to the Panthers. 13-14. They trail by 1. Betson to serve again. From the near side. Deep floater. Carson Walker. Albright. Bradley's shot dug up there. Betson will set to Griffin again. The attack and the kill. And it's overruled by the up ref. He called it out. Point to Georgetown. 15-13. Georgetown by 2. Carson Walker subs out. Scout Robinson back on. Amelia Albright back to serve for the Lady Eagles. From the far side, jump serve. Starrett, Betson, Griffin. The attack dug by Albright. Pitt Ketley near side to Bradley. The attack cross court dug by Snyder. What a dig. Set it up. Griffin off the 10-foot line, off the block. Albright. Pitt Ketley far side to Robinson. Tight at the net. Block kept alive. Free ball set up here for the Panthers. The attack, Griffin reads it and just tips it over for the kill. Side out back to the Panthers. 14-15. They trail by 1. Star it out. Hennig back on the front row. Griffin to serve. Pitt-Kethley. Bradley. Free ball by Miller from the back row. Betson. Snyder will set it up. Back row attack for Griffin. Into the block. Panthers will set it up again. Thrown over there. Robinson has a second touch. Free ball sent into the net by Pitt-Kethley. 15-15 your score. Griffin to serve again. Tied up, 15 apiece here in set 3. Pitt-Kethley. Albright sets it up, back row for Miller. Big swing, but it's wide here on the near side. 16-15. Liberty Hills taking the lead by 1. Griffin serve, cross court. Bradley. Taylor Vett, near side. Scout can't get a touch on it. It's on the other side of the stanchion. 17-15. The Panthers by 2, and that'll draw a timeout from head coach Jenny Richardson. We'll take it with them. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in a moment. The timeout. One timeout remaining for each coach here in set number 3. Griffin to serve. The Panthers lead by 2. Albright to Bradley. Cross court. Dug by Betson. Snyder will back row set it for Griffin. The tip over. Scramble here. Free ball sent over. Griffin, Betson, near side. The attack off the block. Dug by Miller. Albright will set it up. Bradley will tip it over. And the Panthers have it. Snyder will send it. Near side, the attack into the block and down. And the Panthers lead 18-15. Gone on a little run here. Their largest lead of 3 now. Here in set number 3, they're down 2-0. Griffin to serve again for the Lady Panthers. Pitt-Kethley up to Albright. Quick set, tipped over by Vett. Snyder, Betson, quick set in the middle. Dug by Albright. Scout Robinson has it. Miller back row attack. Deep, Griffin to Betson. Far side, the attack by Hennig. Off the block. Unable to get a good touch on it. It's Madeline Bradley. 19-15. And now a sub here. McKenna Stengel will come on for Bradley. Panthers lead by 4. 19-15. Hannah Griffin to serve again. Mallory Miller to Albright near side. Stengel's roll shot off the block, dug up. Set backside, the attack, dug by Miller. Pitt-Kethley has it. Stengel, roll shot. Snyder will have the second touch, set it up for back row attack by Griffin, dug by Albright. Near side Stengel, she'll swing a little harder. Snyder the dig. Set it up for Hennig, cross court. Stengel gets a touch, but into the net it goes. Point to the Panthers, 20-15. They lead by 5. On a run here, and Georgetown can't break the momentum. 2-0 lead for Georgetown, but trailing by 5 here in set number 3. Miller, Albright, near side Stengel, into the block, kept alive. Near far side to Hennig, dug by Pitt-Kethley. Albright will set it up, back row Miller, tip over. Hennig, Betson sets it up near side, cross court shot, dug by Albright. Pitt-Kethley, far side to Robinson, her shot off the block. Dug up by Stroop, back row for Griffin. Her shot, dug by Albright. Pitt-Kethley near side. Stengel, cross-court shot. One-handed ball by Hennig. Griffin saves it. And a free ball sent over by the Panthers. Miller, Albright, set it up. Vett off the block. Dug by Griffin. Set to the far side. Hennig, the tip over. Stengel, Albright, back to Stengel, the tip over. Hennig, back to Betson, near side. Stroop tips it over. Nice play by Pitt-Kethley. Panthers get a free shot here. Set it near side Stroop. Dug by Albright. Pitt Ketley, far side to Robinson. Shot deep. Griffin the dig. Betson has a second touch. A free ball sent over. Eagles a free shot here. Albright will set it over. Nice read by Betson. Snyder, back row to Griffin. Her shot dug by Albright. Pitt Ketley, near side. Stengel blocked at the net. Pitt Ketley, Albright. Back to Stengel. Tips it near sideline, and it's on the line. What a play by McKenna Stengel. She gets it on the near line for the point. Side out back to Georgetown, 16-20. They trail by 4. What a point by both teams. Swinging, blocking, swinging, digging. Back and forth that one went. What a point. And now McKenna Stengel will serve, down by 4, 16-20. Georgetown needs a run here. Snyder tied at the net to Betson, far side. Hennig off the net, dug by Pitt Ketley. Albright, near side Miller, the swing, into the block and down. Point Liberty Hill, 21-16. The block for Fallon Stroop. Rotation here. Sends Tooley to the serve. Macy Walters back on the floor, and the libero Snyder comes off. Flat-footed serve by Tooley. Pitt Ketley. Albright tips it up. Vett. And Vett drops it down softly for the kill. Side out back to Georgetown. 17-21. Georgetown trails by 4. Libero rotation. Tooley off. Snyder back on for the Panthers. Pitt Ketley back to serve. Amory Anderson back on the front row. Vett comes off for the Eagles. Served by Pitt Ketley, a good one. Griffin up to Betson, set for Walters. Into the net it goes. Point Georgetown. Macy Walters spent some time on the bench on that back row rotation. It comes in and goes right into the net with her first swing. Pitt Ketley to serve, trailing by 3, 18-21. Nice serve, Griffin. Betson to Walters. Dug, kept alive, but into the net it goes. Side out back to the Panthers, 22-18. Panthers lead by 4. On to serve comes Carissa Tooley. Serve across. Stengel. Albright. It'll be a free ball sent over by Mallory Miller. Tooley to Betson to Walters. Blocked at the net. And a big block there by Amory Anderson and Scout Robinson. Side out back to the Eagles. 19-22. Trisha Carson Walker subs on for Scout Robinson. And back to serve goes Carson Walker. Jump serve from Trisha Snyder. Betson. Back row attack for Griffin. Looked like she stepped on the line. No back row attack violation. But a kill there, 23-19. And that'll be Coach Jenny Richardson taking her second timeout. We'll be right back. 23-19. Liberty Hill leads it by 4 here in set number 3. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in a minute. Panthers serve, leading by 4. Pitt Ketley, Albright tips the second ball over. Snyder, Betson, Walters, and a miss hit there by Walters. Sends it long and out. Side out back to Georgetown. 20-23. Georgetown trails by 3. Mallory Miller will go back to serve. Sends it, middle of the back row. Snyder tied at the net, scramble for it. And Betson wins the battle at the net. Side out back to the Panthers. 24-20, they lead by 1. Bradley will sub in for McKenna Stengel. And Macy Walters will serve for the third set for Liberty Hill to stay alive. Flat-footed serve. Deep corner, Miller. Albright. Miller sends a free ball over. Tooley, Betson, Griffin, long and out. So the Eagles stay alive. A big swing by Griffin. She wanted to touch. That rocket never touched down until it got past the end line. Side out back to Georgetown. Amory Anderson will serve for the Eagles. We need a run here to close out in a 3-set sweep. Ball across. Overpass. Kept alive. The swing blocked at the net. Amelia Albright blocks Griffin. 22-24. The Eagles trail by 2. Amory Anderson serves again. 22-24. Middle of the back row. The jump serve. Just off the net. An ace. And that'll draw timeout number 2 from head coach Marie Bruce of Liberty Hill. 23-24. Georgetown trails by 1. Here at set 3. Stay with us. Eagle Volleyball continues in a minute. Out of the timeout. Anderson serves. Down 1, 23-24. Starrett up to Betson. Set Griffin. Her attack off of Albright to the back wall. Set 3 goes to the Panthers. 25-23. Georgetown leads it 2-1. Over to Liberty Hill Panthers. We go to set 4 when we come back. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in a moment. here live, Liberty Hill High School. We go to set number 4. Georgetown leads it 2-1. Liberty Hill fought back in the third set to stay alive. Georgetown one set 1, 25-21. One set 2, 25-16. Liberty Hill wins set 3, 25-23. Trisha Carson-Walker will serve to start off set 4 for Georgetown. Cross court, deep serve. Tooley, near side Griffin. Attack dug by Pitt-Ketley. Albright, Mallory Miller. Cross court shot dug by Snyder. Betson near side Griffin. And it's down the near line for the kill. Side out, point to Liberty Hill. 1-0 here in set 4. Back to serve goes the freshman Walters. Flat-footed serve. Carson Walker. Albright far side. Mallory Miller. And the kill off of a one-handed dig by Walters. Tied it up 1-1 on the side out. Back to serve goes Mallory Miller. Here in set 4. Miller from the near side. Jump serve. Tooley. Betson near side Griffin. Into the block and down. Amory Anderson. Amelia Albright point to Georgetown. They lead 2-1. Miller to serve again for the Lady Eagles. Jump serve from the near side. Griffin. Tooley, Griffin. Pitt-Ketley the dig. Albright tries to hit it into the defense and blocked at the net by Tooley. Nice block. We're tied up at 2 apiece. Back to serve goes Betson for the Panthers. 2-2 your score here in set number 4. Miller, Pitt-Ketley, far side Bradley. Into the block, kept alive. Pitt-Ketley, back to Bradley. The tip over, and a scramble there. Is it just off pace? She took something off of it and got a tip. That went off the Panthers for the side out. 3-2, Georgetown leads by 1. Amory Anderson back to serve as Pitt-Ketley comes on. Taylor Vett back onto the front row. Served by Anderson. Set. And an odd hit there by Griffin. Wide here on the near side. Point to Georgetown, 4-2. Georgetown leads by 2 here in set number 4. Amory Anderson to serve again. Toss up from the middle of the back row. The serve. Starrett. Betson near side Griffin. And the hammer off of Carson Walker out of play. Side out back to the Panthers, 3-4. They trail by 1. Anderson off. Pitt-Ketley back on defensively for the Lady Eagles. Serves across, Carson Walker, Albright, set far side Bradley, and off the antennas, it was over her head, off balance hit. And we're tied up 4-4 here in set 4. Griffin serve, Miller, Albright, far side Bradley. The attack, dug by Griffin, overpass. Taylor Vett, the hammer down. Net violation whistled on the Panthers anyway. 5-4, Georgetown leads. Back to serve goes Amelia Albright. Carson Walker off. Scout Robinson on. Served by Albright. And an ace. Off of Tooley, out of play. Georgetown leads by 2, 6-4. Nice serve there by Amelia Albright. The jump serve. Griffin. Betson. Back set. Tip over. Robinson. Albright. Far side to Bradley. Her swing off the block. Dug by Griffin. Betson will set it to the near side. Too tight at the net. And a ball point over to Georgetown. 7-4. They lead by 3. Albright to serve again. Off of Griffin. Deep goes Snyder. Griffin will have to send a court deep. Free ball over. Miller. Albright set it up. Bradley, the kill. 8-4. Georgetown leads by 4. Nice serve by Albright. Overpass into the net by Griffin, and Betson unable to get a good touch. Eagles lead by 5, 9-4, and a quick timeout from the head coach, Marie Bruce of Liberty Hill. We'll take it with them here in set 4. Georgetown leads by 5. Stay with us. Eagle Volleyball continues in a moment. Out of the timeout. Served by Albright. The tip over deep. Albright. Pitketley, far side to Bradley. The freshman swings off the net. Scramble and a kill. Madeline Bradley swinging well here in set number 4. And the Eagles extend their lead to 6 now, 10-4. Albright, the service run continues. Cross court off of Griffin. Snyder, far side. The attack, dug by Albright. Pitketley, near side. Scout Robinson off the block. Dug by Betson. Back row to Griffin. Dug by Albright. Scout Robinson gets a touch. Free ball punched over by Vet. What a play. Back set. The attack blocked at the net by Bradley. Free ball sent over. Albright. Pitketley sets it up. Bradley, the tip over. Panthers have a chance here. Back row to Griffin. Roll shot. Miller. Albright set it up. Vet, the tip over. Doug, overpass. Free ball. Robinson. Albright sets it up. Bradley has to tip it. It's too far to the far side. And the run ends here, 5-10. Liberty Hill trails by 5. Good run there for Georgetown to get some separation here in set 4. And back to serve goes number 5, Tooley. Flat-footed serve. Pitketley up to Albright. Back set. Bradley. Cross-court shot. Betson, Griffin. And now to Hennig. Into the net and down. Block there. Vet and Robinson both available. Not sure who they give it to, but Georgetown gets the point, 11-5. And in comes McKenna Stengel for Madeline Bradley. Stengel will go back to serve for the Lady Eagles, matching their largest lead of 6. Off the net. Scramble here. Hennig. The back row attack by Griffin. Albright. Pitketley will send it far side to Miller. The attack, cross court, dug by Hennig. Betson, far side to Stoop. Dug by Albright. Pitketley, far side. Miller, roll shot, off the block and down for the kill. Mallory Miller took something off of that one, and Georgetown's lead grows to 7, 12-5. Nice play there by the junior, Mallory Miller. Took a little off, it went up the block of Walters and down for the kill. Stengel, deep serve this time. Griffin, Betson. Walters the tip over. Miller. Albright sets it up. Robinson, her attack. Blocked at the net. Robinson sent it back. Deep corner on the line. What a cow! Scout Robinson takes the second ball, sends it cross court on the line for the kill. 13-5. Georgetown leads it. Now by 8. Stengel to serve again. Into the net it goes. Service error number 1 here in the set. In the match. Just the 5th for the Lady Eagles. Side out back to the Panthers, 6-13. They trail by 7. The serve by Carissa Tooley. Overpass on the serve receipt. Tipped over. The Eagles get a free shot. Miller, the attack into the block. Kept alive by Vet. Albright. Miller into the block. Kept alive by Tooley. Set it up. Back row Griffin. Dug by Albright on the overpass, and it's wide and out. Coach Richardson thinking every time Griffin comes from the back row to watch her foot, she's stepping that line. but no call there. Point to the Panthers, 7-13. They trail by 6. Carissa Tooley, flat-footed serve, just over the net. Robinson, an overpass on the serve receive. Panthers will set it up, back row for Griffin. Dug by Albright. Pitt Ketley will send it near side to Robinson, into the block, kept alive. Vet has it, Albright, far side to Mallory Miller, and a deep kill for Miller off a diving Griffin. Point to Georgetown, 14-7. And back to serve goes Pitt Ketley. Taylor Vet will rotate off. Amory Anderson back on the front row. And the libero, Pitt Ketley to serve for Georgetown. Far side jump serve, deep corner. Tooley up to Betson. Set it up, Walters, off balance shot. Pitt Ketley, Albright, Miller into the block, kept alive. Panthers will set it up to Griffin, back row attack and a kill for Hannah Griffin. Point to the Panthers, 8-14. They trail by 6. Starrett will sub in for Henning. Sydney Starrett will go back to serve for the Panthers. Set forward, 8-14. Liberty Hill trails by 6. Starrett, middle of the back row. McKenna Stengel up to Albright, sends a deep ball corner. Starrett a one-handed dig, near side Griffin. Her shot off of Miller for the kill. 9-14. The Panthers trail by 5. Good play by Albright there to send it to the far corner, but a great play by Starrett on a dive and a one-handed dig. And Griffin gets the kill. 9-14. The Panthers trail by 5. Starrett, middle of the back row. Miller, Albright, back to Anderson and wide here on the near side. Point to the Panthers, 10-14. They trail by 4. And that'll draw a quick timeout from head coach Jenny Richardson of Georgetown. Her first of the set. We'll take it with them. Georgetown Eagle Volleyball will continue here in a moment. Stay with us. CSCT, Construction Specialist Central Texas, bring you all the sets of Georgetown Eagle Volleyball this season. John and Lynn Krug, Jeremy and Rachel McDougall, proud owners, proud sponsors of Georgetown Sports, Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball, and First Responder Broadcasting. City View Bible Church in Round Rock, proud sponsors of Georgetown Volleyball. The Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball Booster Club, your title sponsor, alongside Piedreros Western Wear, 4809 Williams Drive in Georgetown. Go visit Piedreros, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday for all your Western wear needs. Men's and women's, boots, hats, accessories. Go see them. Back live, out of the timeout. The serve, McKenna Stengel. Set it up. Miller will tip it over, but into the block and out off of Walters. Side out back to the Eagles. 15-10. They lead by 5. Trisha Carson Walker, the 5'7" senior outside defensive specialist, subs in for Scout Robinson. Back to serve for the Eagles, leading by 5. Jump serve. Deep middle. Quick set in the middle to Walters. Dug by Stengel. Pitt Ketley will set it up. Free ball sent over by Miller. Deep. Start up to Betson. Quick set. Dig by Stengel. Overpass. And Walters, the freshman, and Shreda trying to take the free ball and set it up. Hits it into the net. Point to Georgetown, 16-10. But a great dig there by McKenna Stengel. Even on the overpass, forced the error by Macy Walters. Carson Walker serve. Snyder, Betson, Griffin off balance, and it's out on the antenna. She had to stutter step on the approach, and it put it into the antenna. 17-10, Georgetown. Back to a 7-point lead. 8's their largest here in the set. Carson Walker, deep serve, Snyder. Tooley, near side Griffin, cross court off the block. Stengel with the dig. Set far side, Miller off the block. Dug by Starrett. Betson will dump the second ball over. Scramble and a good job there. Free ball sent over by Pitt Ketley. Quick set at the net. Walters off the net. Amory Anderson has the touch, but it won't go over the net. Side out back to the Panthers. 11-17. They trail by 6. Freshman Macy Walters to serve for the Panthers. Flat-footed serve from the far side. Carson Walker, Albright, set to the far side. Miller rolls shot down the far sideline. Set it up near side. Griffin, cross court, dug by Pitketley, punched over by Anderson. She punched it, and they're going to call the double on Ambry Anderson. Point to the Panthers, 12-17. They trail by 5. Change of the receive real quick. Miller up to Albright. Quick set. Ambry Anderson the tip over. A scramble here by the Panthers and a free ball sent over. Pitketley, Albright will set it up. Miller, hammer time! Miller! Wow, Mallory came out of the middle that time and sent a rocket down for the kill. Side out Georgetown, 18-12. Stengel off. Madeline Bradley back on. Mallory Miller goes back to serve for Georgetown, the 6-point lead. Jump serve for Miller into the net. Service error number 2 of the set, number 6 of the night. Side out back to the Panthers, 13-18. They trail by 5. Betson, the setter, back to serve for the Panthers. Betson serve. Miller tied at the net. Albright battles at the net. Pitketley will send a free ball over. Scramble by the Panthers. Stroop, the tack and the kill. Nothing about that point was pretty except a big swing by Stroop to get the kill. As it went back and forth. 14-18, the Panthers trail by 4. Cross court, Miller. Albright will set it up, back row for Miller. Deep shot, Starrett. Betson, backside, Stroop. The attack and the kill. Now, Fallon Stroop, the senior opposite hitter, 6 foot. She's gotten hot here in set number 4, and the Panthers have cut it to a 3-point deficit, 15-18. Betson to serve again for the Panthers. Floater deep, Carson Walker, Albright to Bradley. The big swing by the freshman, dug by Snyder. Set near side Griffin, off the block, and it finds the floor. 16-18, Panthers trail by 2. Substitution coming here for the Lady Eagles. It'll be Kendall McDougal coming back on for Tricia Carson Walker defensively. The Panthers trail by 2, down as many as 8 here in the set. 16-18. Betson to serve again. And it's wide, the first service error of the night for the Panthers, and it's a costly one. Makes it a 3-point lead. Georgetown 19, Liberty Hill 16. Pitketley will go out on the libero rotation. Taylor Vett back to the front row. Ambry Anderson to serve for the Lady Eagles, leading by 3 here in set number 4. From the middle of the back row, jump serve. Snyder, ace off of her. Point to the Eagles, they lead by 4. Anderson serves, Snyder went to her left, and the ball shot back towards the far side toward the right for the ace. 20-16, Georgetown by 4. Anderson to serve again. Jump serve, this one deep, off of Starrett. A nice touch there on a hustle by Snyder, but another ace for Ambry Anderson, and that'll bring a timeout from head coach Marie Bruce, her second of the set. We'll take it with them. Georgetown leads it 21-16 here in set 4. Stay with us. Lady Eagle volleyball continues again here in just a moment. Back out of the timeout. Georgetown leads by 5. Anderson served to the far side. Set it up for Griffin off the block. Got a weird angle off of Anderson. Side out back to the Panthers. 17-21. They trail by 4. Anderson will come out. Ketley Libero back on. Back to serve. Goes the sophomore, Hannah Griffin. 17-21. Liberty Hill trails Georgetown by 4 here in the fourth set. McDougal, Albright, far side, Bradley. The attack dug by Griffin. Betson will set it far side, Stroop. Cross-court shot, nobody there. And the kill, 18-21. They trail by 3. Griffin to serve again for the Panthers. McDougal, Miller passes it forward. Bradley, too tight to the net. Error on the Eagles, 19-21. And that'll draw a timeout from head coach Jenny Richardson. Her second of the set. We'll take it with them. When we come back, 21-19. Georgetown leads by 2 here in set 4. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in a moment. Back to Liberty Hill High School. We're here in set number 4. No timeouts remaining. We'll play it out. Albright sends it over. Griffin the dig. Betson near side. Hennig off the net. Dug by Miller. Albright will set. Dumps it over, but into the net it goes. Point to the Panthers. 20-21. So a reserve, a do-over. He blew the whistle with 4 touches. So now we'll serve again. 19-21. Griffin the serve for the Panthers. Miller tied at the net. Albright there to dunk it back down. Tipped over. McDougal. Albright sends it far side. Bradley in off the touch. Georgetown's ball. It was called on a tip. Side out back to Georgetown. 22-19. Lady Eagles lead by 3, and you have Amelia Albright back to serve. McDougal rotates off on a substitution with Scout Robinson. Albright to serve, cross court, deep, Griffin. Betson will set it up, Griffin back row attack, dug by Albright. Ketley sets it up for Bradley. Her attack, dug by Snyder. Scramble here and a free ball sent over by Betson. Miller, Albright will set it up. Vet tips it over into the block and down. Kill for Georgetown. 2 points away from a 4-set win over Liberty Hill. 23-19, Georgetown by 4. Albright to serve from the near side. Deep serve, Griffin. Stroop, near side, Hennig. Off the block and down, off speed. Took something off of that one. And a point to Liberty Hill on the side out, 20-23. Number 5, Tooley goes back to serve. Snyder, the libero, comes off. Macy Walters, the freshman, back on the front row. Flat-footed serve, deep. Ketley, Albright sets it up. Vet the tip over. It's got to be an inadvertent whistle. You can't call a double on the same side of the floor. Up official knew it immediately when he blew it. So it should be a reserve, 20-23. So we'll redo it. The upper, what would have been a double before is not this year. It didn't cross the net. No, Tooley to serve again. Ketley, Albright, back set. Into the net it goes by Bradley. Point to the Panthers, 21-23. Tooley to serve again. Near side, flat-footed serve. Pitketley, Albright, quick set, Vet into the block. Panthers will set it up. Walters hits it out. Set and match point for Georgetown. 24-21. McKenna Stengel will come on to serve for the Lady Eagles. Walters wanted a touch at the net, didn't get it. She hit it long on the end line. Stengel to serve. Sends it deep. Snyder. Set it up, back row to Griffin. Her attack. Stengel couldn't get out of the way in time. Point to the Panthers. 22-24. Looked like it would have been long, but Stengel couldn't get out of the way. McKenna looked straight at Coach Richardson and just smiled. Coach Richardson smiled. Carissa Tooley to serve. Next side out, it's a set ending. McKenna Stengel, Albright, Miller. And the block, down for the block. 23-24, Liberty Hill. Nice block by the freshman Macy Walters. Carissa Tooley to serve again. 23-24. Pitketley. Albright set it back to Miller. Scramble, free ball, sent over. Miller, Albright, back to Miller. The tip over, off the block. Thrown over. Lady Eagles have a free shot here. Miller to swing again, cross court, it's wide. Not sure how there wasn't a lift on the other one, but it's tied up, 24-24. Here in set number 4. Carissa Tooley to serve again. Flat-footed serve. Pitketley. Albright sets it up. Robinson, cross court. Takes some off, and it's going to be down for the kill. Nice read by Scout Robinson. Side out Georgetown. 25-24. Taylor Vett comes off. Amory Anderson back on. The libero, Jordan Pitketley, serves for the 4th set and the match. 25-24. Jump serve, near side, Griffin. Set up a Hennig. Miller, Robinson. Into the net it goes. 25-25. A weird deal as Robinson had pulled over, but it came off of Miller back tight towards the upper ref stand. And Scout just tried to get a hand on it. Starrett will serve, 25-25. Middle of the back row. Stengel. Set it up, tipped over by Anderson. And a net violation whistled on number 7, Addison Betson. Side out back to Georgetown. 26-25, Georgetown by 1. Tricia Carson Walker will sub in for Scout Robinson. Carson Walker back to serve for the set in the match. Eagles by 1. Near side jump serve, deep. Snyder, Betson. Griffin tips it over. Miller has it. Albright will tip far corner. Starr reads it. Betson, near side Griffin. The tip off the block, dug by Carson Walker. Set it up, Miller. Hammers it down, dug by the Panthers. Pitketley the dig. Carson Walker will send it far side. Miller the free ball over. Panthers set it up. Betson will set it back up for Griffin. Off the block. Carson Walker has a touch, but it's out of play. Side out, 26-26. Macy Walters, the freshman, back to serve for the Panthers. Tricia Carson Walker will sub out for Kendall McDougal. Defensively here on the back row for the Lady Eagles. Walters to serve, far side, flat-footed serve. Stengel, Albright sets it up. Miller tips it deep down the line, and it's going to be a perfect kill as Starrett dove to her sideline. Side out back to Georgetown, 27-26. Mallory Miller to serve. Madeline Bradley subs back in for McKenna Stengel in the front row. Miller to serve for the set and the match, 27-26. Miller's jump serve, near sideline, Griffin. Betson back to Griffin. The swing off the block, dug by Pitketley. Set it up, Madeline Bradley, the attack, dug by Snyder. Set to Griffin, the attack. A touch. Wow, there was no touch on that. And a Liberty Hill line judge calls it. We'll see what the. Wow. Coach Richardson beside herself. 27-27. Betson to serve for the Panthers. From the far side, the jump serve. McDougal. Albright will set far side. Bradley, the tip over. Scramble here. Set it up for Griffin. Her attack on the near sideline. In for the kill. Point Liberty Hill. Now Betson will serve for the set to send us to fifth set. McKenna Stengel will sub in for Madeline Bradley defensively here for the Eagles. Addison Betson to serve for the Panthers. They lead 28-27. Miller, Albright, far side, Stengel, the kill! McKenna Stengel ties it up, 28-28. Scout Robinson will sub in for Kendall McDougal. So the libero rotation, instead of a substitution, they get a yellow card. Both teams have had one. Just a warning. Vet back on the front row. Ketley comes off. Amory Anderson back to serve. We're tied up 28-28. No timeout since about the 23-21 mark. 21-19, I can't remember. It's been a run. Both teams have been out of the timeouts. And here we go, Amory Anderson, middle of the back row. Start up to Betson. Back set Griffin. The attack is wide and out. And they're going to say it was touched. Side out back to the Panthers. They lead 29-28. Griffin to serve for the set. Substitution here. Kendall McDougal out. Tricia Carson-Walker back on. Hannah Griffin from the far side. Jump serve. Miller. Albright. Far side. Miss Stengel. And it runs the net. What a shot and a break for Georgetown. 29-29. I had it off. I'm sorry. It was opposite score. Now it's tied up, 29-29. Now Carson Walker will sub out. Scout Robinson back onto the front row. Amelia Albright to serve for the Lady Eagles. Down rep, talks to the scorer's table, now ready. 29-29 here in set 4. Albright serve, Griffin. Betson to Griffin back row. The attack dug by Albright. Ketley, far side, Stengel. Into the block and down. Didn't get much on it. Stoop was there. Or Tooley was there. Point Liberty Hill, 30-29. Tooley will drop back to serve. From the near side, flat-footed serve. Mallory Miller, Albright, drops the second ball over. Not ready, they got her. What a read by Amelia Albright, 30-30. McKenna Stengel to serve for the Eagles. Griffin, Betson, back set. The attack dug by Albright. Ketley sets it up. The attack by Miller, dug by Griffin. Betson near side, Hennig, cross court, Ketley. Albright to Miller. Dug off the block. Betson will set it far side. Stoop. And it went up. Piquetley and Stengel. Point to the Panthers. 31-30. Carissa Tooley into serve for the Panthers, leading by 1, 31-30. Chance to serve for the fourth set. Flat-footed serve, deep, Piquetley. Albright sets it up. Robinson off the block, dug by Tooley. Back row attack, Griffin off the net. Albright, Piquetley, far side to Miller. Mallory, roll shot, perfect shot. Miller tie, 31-31. This fourth set, back and forth. Piquetley will go back to serve. As Vet comes off, Amory Anderson back on the front row. From the far side, Piquetley serve, a good one. Griffin, overpass. Anderson tips it down. The Panthers have it. Set it up for Hennig. Her tip, blocked at the net. Scout Robinson, the big block there. And Georgetown has set and match point. What a play by Scout to read the tip by Hennig. Piquetley serves for the fourth set and the match. Jump serve across, off the net. Griffin, Betson, near side, Hennig. Cross court, dug by Piquetley. Albright, Miller, tip down the line, Griffin. Betson will set near side. Hennig, roll shot off the block, Miller. Albright sets it up, Miller into the net. Side out, 32-32. Sydney Starrett back on to serve for the Panthers. They lead it. Or they're tied, 32-32. Flat-footed serve. Miller. Albright dumps the second ball over. Tooley ready. Set it up. Griffin, her attack into the net and down. Kill for the Panthers. They lead 33-32. Starrett to serve for the fourth set to send us to number 5. Flat-footed serve. Miller, Albright, set it up. Miller, the big hammer, dug by Snyder. Scramble here. Griffin off the court, off the block, dug by Piquetley. Miller will set it up. Amory Anderson will tip down the far line. Start. Betson, near side Griffin. Her attack, dug by Piquetley. Albright will set it up. Miller's attack, into the block. Miller, Albright, back to Miller. Onto the block, tip by Anderson. Griffin the tip. Betson back to Griffin. The tip deep. Scramble here. Free ball sent over by Stengel. The Panthers have a setup. Quick set. Griffin wide here. Out. Wow. The set continues on. 33-33. Griffin had the opportunity to end it and hit it wide on the near sideline. 33-33 here in set number 4. Trisha Carson Walker to serve. Snyder, Betson, set it to Walters, the tip over. Piquetley, Albright, dumps the second ball. Scramble here, and it's a point for Georgetown. What a read by Albright. Trisha Carson Walker will serve. First set 4 and the match. From the near side, Carson Walker tosses it up. Jump serve, deep, middle. Snyder, Betson sets it for Griffin. The tip over into the block. Scramble here by the Panthers. Griffin swings and a kill. 34-34. Now the freshman Macy Walters back to serve for the Panthers. Flat-footed serve from the far side. Miller, Albright, Miller far side, roll shot deep, long and out. 35-34, Liberty Hill. Walters will serve for set number 4 for the Panthers. Slow walk up, flat-footed serve. Miller, Albright, back set, no one there. The server doesn't get over and Miller reads it Albright reads it. 35-35. Nice play by Amelia Albright. Now Mallory Miller will drop back and serve all squared up at 35 apiece. Miller tosses it up, jump serve, deep middle. Tooley, Betson, Griffin near side, roll shot, took something off of it just over the the block. Point Liberty Hill, 36-35. Addison Betson, the setter for the pit. Back to serve for the set for Liberty Hill. Betson to the far side, the dribble, the toss-up, the jump serve. Stengel set it up, back row. Miller blocked at the net, set 4 ends. 37-35. We go to set number 5 when we come back. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in just a minute. We're back here live at Liberty Hill High School. I'm just trying to catch my breath. We go to set number 5. Liberty Hill finally outlasts Georgetown 37-35 to take it to 5 sets. Georgetown won set 1 and set 2, 25-21, 25-16. Liberty Hill responded with a 25-23 set 3 win and then won the thriller 37-35 in set 4. We go to set number 5, winner take all. Trisha Carson-Walker will drop back to serve. McKenna Stengel on the floor with Pete Ketley, Miller, Anderson, and Albright for the Lady Eagles. Deep corner serve. It is long and out. Set number 5 starts with a service error for the Lady Eagles. 1-0, Liberty Hill. And an ace by Macy Walters, 2-0, Liberty Hill. Macy Walter, walk-up, flat-footed serve. Stengel, Albright dumps the second ball over and gets it for the kill. Side out back to Georgetown, 2-1. Mallory Miller back to serve. Bradley back on. Stengel comes off in the front row. Miller's serve. Tooley set it near side to Griffin. Off the block down for the kill. 3-1 Liberty Hill. Betson to the setter. Back to serve for the Panthers. Leading it 3-1 here in set number 5. This winner take all. Betson from the far side. Floater serve. Miller up to Albright. Set far side. Bradley into the block. The Panthers get it, block, and punch it back over, and they lead at 4-1 and draw a quick timeout from head coach Jenny Richardson. We'll take it with them here in set number 5. 4-1, Liberty Hill leads it. Eagle Volleyball continues in a moment. Out of the timeout. Panthers lead it by 3. Miller, Albright, far side, Bradley into the block. Fallon Stroop gets the block again, 5-1. Panthers lead by 4. Madeline Bradley out, McKenna Stengel back on. Benson to serve again. Miller, Albright set it up. Anderson blocked at the net. Kept alive. And a free ball sent over by Miller. Stoop. Near side to Griffin. Roll shot dug by Stengel. Albright dumps the second ball. Snyder there. Far side Stroop into the net. Side out back to Georgetown. 2-5. The Eagles trail by 3. Here in set number 5. Emery Anderson to serve for the Lady Eagles. Middle of the back row. Snyder up to Betson. Back set. The swing off the block. Miller digs it. Albright. Far side Stengel. Roll shot. Dug up. Betson near side to Griffin. Dug up by the Eagles. Tied at the net. Scramble. The Eagles have it. Set it far side. Stengel will send it over, but it is deep and out. Unforced error there. Side out back to the Panthers. 6-2. They lead by 4. Hannah Griffin back to serve for the Panthers. And an ace. 7-2. Lead is up to 5, largest of the set. And the second timeout by head coach Jenny Richardson. I went to 0 or 2. It should be 0. 2 quick timeouts for the Lady Eagles. Here in the 5th set as they trail 7-2. Here at Liberty Hill High School in set number 5, Georgetown. Set 1 and set 2, 25-21, 25-16. The Panthers respond with a 25-23 win in set 3 and set 4. A battle, 37-35 to 4 sets 5, and now they lead at 7-2. Every set, Georgetown Volleyball this season is brought to you by Construction Specialists of Central Texas. The Krogs and the McDougals, proud owners, proud sponsors of Georgetown Volleyball. Miller, Albright, set far side, Stengel, her shot. Betson had the dig, but into the net it goes. Side out back to Georgetown. 3-7, the Eagles trail by 4. Robinson in for Carson Walker. Albright back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Amelia from the near side. Griffin up to Betson. Back set, Stroop, cross court, kill. Fallon Stroop has gotten hot in the fourth and fifth sets. And the Panthers lead by 5 again, 8-3. Stroop, the 6-foot senior opposite hitter. Not much in sets 1, 2, and 3, but has gotten hot in sets 4 and 5. Flat-footed serve by Thule. Far side, Stengel into the block and out. Off of Stroop. Side out back to Georgetown. 4-8. They trail by 4. Back to serve goes McKenna Stengel for your Lady Eagles. Serve across. Scramble here and a free ball sent over by Griffin. Stengel, Albright. Free ball sent over by Vett. Griffin, Betson, back set Stroop. Her hit, long and out. Point to Georgetown, 5-8. They trail by 3. Stengel to serve again for the Lady Eagles. Off of Griffin, up to Betson. Back set Stroop, into the block and down for the kill. Side out back to the Panthers, 9-5. They lead by 4. Carissa Thule into serve for Fallon Stroop. Substitution here, Macy Gates will sub in for Taylor Vett on the front row for the Lady Eagles. Thule serve, flat-footed, deep. Pitcatley up to the net. Albright, Miller, kill. Miller time, nice shot. Mallory Miller. Need to get her warmed up. 6-9. Georgetown trails by 3. Amory Anderson back on. Macy Gates off the barrel. Jordan Pitcatley back to serve for the Lady Eagles, trailing by 3 here in the 5th set. 6-9. Jump serve by Pitcatley off the tape. Griffin. Betson, quick set to Walters off the net. No touch, but they're going to call it a touch. Instead, Griffin hits it into the net for the hitting error. What do they say? Ball don't lie. 7-9. Georgetown trails by 2. Looked like Walters' hit went into the tape and stayed on the Liberty Hill side, but no call there. They gave the block. But Griffin into the net, hitting error. Serve from Pitcatley. Griffin. Snyder to Hennig. Hitting error there by Hennig. Point to Georgetown. Now Georgetown taking some momentum here after some hitting errors by the Panthers. 8-9. Georgetown trails by 1. Set number 5. Pitcatley jump serve. Off the tape, Snyder. Betson back row to Griffin into the net. Kept alive by Robinson. Albright sends it over. Betson tips it over and a good read there on the free ball. Pitcatley got a touch but couldn't get it up. 10-8. Liberty Hill leads by 2. Back to serve goes Snyder Starrett, the senior defensive specialist. From the middle of the back row. Stengel, Albright to Miller. Her attack off the tape, dug by Thule. Near side Griffin, dug by Albright. Panthers have a free go here. Back to Griffin, and it's down for the kill. 11-8. Panthers by 3. Starrett to serve again for the Panthers. Set number 5. Starrett from the middle of the back row. Deep serve, Miller. Albright back to Miller. Her shot off the block. Griffin has the dig. Betson and a free ball punched over by Griffin. Scout. Ball set up to Miller. Tip over. Albright has a touch. Robinson far side. Miller into the block and down for the kill. We'll take it. Doesn't have to be pretty. We just need the point. Robinson out. Carson Walker back on to serve. For Georgetown, trailing by 2, 9-11. Carson Walker will move near side. Jump serve from Tricia. Deep floater, Thule. Betson, Griffin near side. The attack off the block, Pitcatley. Albright dumps the second ball corner. Starrett tight. Betson into the net. Or into the block and into the net off of Georgetown. Side out back to the Panthers. 12-19. They lead by 3. Walters to serve again for the Liberty Hill. Flat-footed walk-up serve. Sends it. Miller. Albright dumps the second ball over. Panthers read it. Griffin's attack off the block. Dug by Miller. The ball hit back over. Pitt Kethley. Albright will set back to Miller. Punches a roll shot down the far sideline. Dug by the Panthers. Griffin into the block and down for the kill. 13-9. Liberty Hill by 4. Substitution here. Kendall McDougal comes in for Carson Walker. Walter serves with the 4-point lead, 13-9. Flat-footed walk-up serve, sends it across. Stengel up to Albright, far side Miller. Her shot on the back line for the kill. Side out, back to Georgetown. Nice shot by Miller. 10-13. The Eagles trail by 3. Mallory Miller will drop back to serve. Walters comes off the libero. Snyder back on for the Panthers. Miller from the near sideline. The toss up, the jump serve. Deep floater, Tooley. Betson near side to Griffin. And down for the point. Side out to the Panthers, 14-10. Betson to serve. Far side jump serve off the tape. Down for the ace. And it's over. 15-10. Liberty Hill wins it. 3-2 over your Georgetown Eagles. 25-21, 25-16, 23-25, 35-37, 10-15. Georgetown falls to Liberty Hill. Liberty Hill advances to 22-8 on the season. Georgetown drops to 17-10 on the season. Next action for Georgetown will be Friday night at home as they host the Westlake Chaparrals at 6:30 p.m. Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock at Camp Brightside, the Eagle Nation Coaches Show. We'll have it live with Coach Griffin. Come join us there at 6 p.m. for the Coaches Show. And then Friday night, we'll be back at Birkelback Field for the home opener of the football season against the Belton Tigers. Thanks for joining us tonight. The Lady Eagles fall in a tough one, 5 sets to the Liberty Hill Panthers. To our sponsors, the Lady Eagle Booster Club, Piedreros Western Wear on the Williams Drive, City View Bible Church, and CSCT. Thanks for joining us. Remember, it doesn't cost you a dime to be kind. Have a good night, everybody.